Everyone, this is Miss Murray, your librarian, and I want to talk to you today about doing some research for your essential research topics. So I'm going to show you that you can get to the library website by going to the MS Bookmarks folder and then going to MS Library. From there, you're going to look along the top of the screen and you're going to see some tabs. Right after home, the first one that you're going to see is ELA. So this is the one that I'd like you to start off with for your research. If you click on that, you're going to see a page like this open up. This is my email, so you can get in contact with me at any time. And I'm going to show you some of the resources on here. The first one is a research guide. I'm using one that's put together specifically for students 7th grade through 12th grade. And if you click on this link, the nice thing that this can do is it shows you all of the steps in the research and the writing process. And there's tons of stuff in here. There's even videos to help you. And I believe Purdue OWL does a great job. This is a university, which is Purdue, and they put together these great resources. So everything from starting writing to pre-writing, how do you start writing? What do you do if you are having trouble and you're getting writer's block? That's when you feel like you can't write at all. To developing an outline for yourself, how to write paragraphs, how to paraphrase. It means taking the original text and changing it into your own words. To how to search online. And I'm not going to go through all of these, but I do want you to take a look at this, and maybe with your teachers, and hopefully maybe with me, we can also go a little bit deeper into how do I find good resources? How do I paraphrase? How do I quote? How do I avoid copying and plagiarizing work? Okay, so please take a look at that research guide and follow that process. It will really help you out. So if we go back to our guide, that's the first thing I wanted to show you. And then down here, we have a lot of the resources that you can actually use for your research. Now, I know a lot of you say, well, I just want to go to Google. And there is not a problem with using websites that you can find on Google. But I do want to tell you that you have to be careful when you go out to Google, because sometimes, and it's over here in the Purdue OWL website, you can run into information that may not be correct. So if you are going to use Google, I would like you to find the Evaluating Sources of Information tab on the Purdue OWL site, because this is going to tell you what kinds of things will you need to look for in a good research site. And there's a quick paragraph here that tells you some basic information, but you can also go over here to the side and you can see Evaluating Digital Resources tab. Okay, so this one is really going to help you with understanding fully, should I use Wikipedia? What is clickbait? Stuff that you're supposed to just click on that the internet wants you to get to look at. Be careful of social media and getting information there. So again, definitely go into the Purdue OWL and then look on the sides for that Evaluating Resources information, okay? All right, so, but when you go into the databases, those are going to be high quality information that you can trust. So unlike Google, when you go out to Google and just do a search, you're going to really find that all of the information in these are going to be high quality, that you can trust and reliable. So the one I would definitely say that you all should try under databases is called Research in Context, because it's going to have almost every topic that you can think of. So let's say we click on that. I'm going to show you how it looks. It's a Gale database, and what you're going to want to do is put your search terms in there. Now, it's helpful if you have more than one term to use what we call quotation marks, because then what that will do is it will put those two terms and make sure they show up together. So an example of that might be, I want to do pollution, but I want to do water pollution, okay, because I'm specifically going to look at that type of pollution. So I would put in here water pollution, oops, and spell it right, and put the quotes at the end, and then hit search. Now, if you are having trouble spelling your topic, you will also get help from the database. So we can click on the search, and then we see all the different kinds of resources that are going to come up. A nice thing about this is it's going to break it up by types of resource. These are all reference resources, which are high quality and they're checked for all their facts. So I really, really encourage you to do and look in this box. If you click on this, all of them will come up. Now, the other nice thing is you can look at the reading level of these, and you can even set your content or reading level to be a little bit lower if you are having trouble reading some of the articles. You can do that by Lexile or content level. So over here, if we go to Lexile measure, and you can ask your teacher for a little help on this, like where am I with my Lexile? But I'll tell you in general, if the lower your number, the easier it is to read. So most of you should be able to read articles in this range, but these are even lower. You may not get as many results when you do that. So let's just look at what happens when we do that. So we see that now we're only getting 3 reference articles, but that's okay because we know that those 3 reference articles are ones that we are going to be able to read. So air and water pollution, we open that and we can see that, and it's going to have some, readable, easy to understand information. We can also download this. We can also, with the databases, you can change like their text size. You can listen to the information out loud so it can read it to you. I'll show you what that looks like. So hopefully it'll work for me here. So it's not a great voice, but it can help you, okay? You can do a citation for this, and you should try to cite your work, so that makes it really easy. And you can copy and paste this into a Word doc, or you can export it right into a citation generator, which we'll get to in a second. This video is going to be just one quick video, and we'll try to get a little deeper later on. Okay, so definitely take a look at that one because pretty much every one of you should have something that will come up there. Okay, now another great one, these other resources are awesome as well, but what these do is they break it up by different topic areas. So are we going to be talking about social media and the impact it has on society as our essential research? Well, maybe we want to be in the communication and mass media collection. If we're talking about anything that has to do with crime or guns or other kinds of issues like that, we want to be in the criminal justice collection, or at least check that. I just looked up pollution. So I would definitely want to also search in environmental studies. Are we going to talk about issues of race and equity and diversity? Then we have this collection here. This is another great, this is going to have ebooks, so actual books in there that are research-based. Maybe we want to talk about gender studies, and newspapers are going to be in here. So there's tons of newspapers that you can search and get really current information on your topic. This is going to take you to all of the Power Library resources, which there's tons in there, and so on. If you look down here, there's even more. So there's U.S. history, religion, war, terrorism, and a world history collection. So the U.S. history is going to be the United States, and then this one's going to be the whole world. Now, if you want to look for a book, you can also click on this, and this will take you right to our catalog. Now, this may look a little different than Destiny Discover, but it is the same collection of books. It's just a little bit more powerful way of looking for books, because you can also look for books by changing location to the high school or elementary levels. So that's why I put this here. But if we put water pollution in here, you can then see, hey, I can come to the library. Now this one's out right now. And it looks like maybe we don't have tons there. So we could then go, okay, well, let me do a library search again. I'm going to go to the old school district, and I want to do water. Okay, and I can look around here and say, I want to talk about something that is about the oil spills, okay, and that's part of the water pollution. This book is not at the middle school, but it's available off-site. Here it is at the high school. And what you could do here is you could ask me for it and simply do a little copy and go back to the LibGuide and email me and say, Miss Murray, can you please get this book for me? And I'll get that book for you within a couple of days from another library. So that's kind of a cool thing that you can also do. This Access PA, I can search the whole state for books for you. So if you click on that, it'll have another search bar. Copy your information and let me know what you need. I'm going to be adding some more things to this box, and also this is your citation generator that we use, which is Noodle Tools, but I'm also going to add a box about EasyBib and how you can cite things with EasyBib, because citation is important. You want to make sure you keep track of your resources and include that with your paper, but that's going to be another video because that's a lot. There's a lot involved with just that. For now, if you start your research, try to use it. Try to make a citation using the databases. If you use a website, at least keep a document with your URLs so that we can go back later and create citations using those URLs. That's a lot of information, I know, but I want you to take a look at this video. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to send this out to your teachers, and I'm hoping maybe even to get some of your classes down here if possible. Okay, talk to you soon, and happy researching. Let me know if you have any questions.